The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Menard.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Dude.
Best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Bar always right. Icy Light Mango is 95 calories of juicy, bold refreshment that puts the party in watch party and will have you wanting more than just a Buccos win. Icy Light Mango. Around here, it's always go time. Available any time of the year. Brewed by Pittsburgh brewing makers of Iron City and Icy Light.
We got baseball for you coming up from Milwaukee. They have opened up the roof. The panels had been open, and they've sold every ticket in this ballpark on a Wednesday afternoon in Milwaukee, southeastern lower Wisconsin. I'm thinking of Michigan. Wisconsin is it's buzzing with excitement over their new young star pitcher who's just 2 months older than Paul Skenes.
Yeah, it's amazing. The hubbub here, it's pretty impressive. The fans have gone nuts. They just announced his name and they were going nuts. This guy's got just a couple of starts in him, but boy, he's taken Milwaukee by storm. It's interesting. You think of a young pitcher, just his third start in, and then you realize for him, it's like, oh, he's pitching against the young guy, Paul Skenes, but pretty similar in terms of velocity. Actually, Miz, as they call him here, throws a little harder than Paul Skenes. Skenes has a ridiculously hard slider, and he'll throw it in the mid-90s. You can't get 2 better starts than he's given these Brew Crew. But you look at some of the numbers from down in the minor leagues, and he did well. He had a 2.13 ERA, but he can be wild. In fact, he just faced the Pirates AAA team, Indianapolis, back on May 31st. 2 innings, he walked 6 and gave up 5 runs on just 2 hits. So if he's not in the zone, hard enough guy to hit. You got to make sure that you're short to the ball, and you got to make sure the ball's over the plate in the strike zone.
Yeah, he throws the perceived velocity because of his great extension is the hardest in baseball. He's the hardest thrower in baseball perceived. That includes relief pitchers. Mason Miller and the light and Chapman and all these guys. He's number 1. So it's coming in. It looks like it's 102 on average.
Yeah, I believe it. And the other thing is, I think facing a guy like this for the first time is probably pretty difficult. In that Indianapolis start, he faced Indy twice in a row. And so I think it helped that they saw him once, and obviously he was not as good command-wise, and they were patient and were able to get base runners and get them out early.
Yeah, Nick Gonzalez faced him in the minor leagues this year. Henry Davis faced him in the minor leagues last year. That's all we know of with the current Pirates. Adam Frazier looking at him for the first time. He'll take inside for ball one. He's in the leadoff spot today, as Rock told you. Underway at 111. 74 degrees. It's got warmer than expected today. Hazy. Here's the pitch. And it's outside 2-0.
Yeah, 111 was the game time, not the velocity.
Although it looks like it. I mean, that one crisply at 100. 2 balls to nothing. 6'7" right-hander. Delivers the ball less than 53 feet from the plate on average. Swinging a foul back, 2-1. So this is expected to be a sellout. They're in every corner of this ballpark. This is the Brewers' first weekday sellout for a non-holiday game since when they had their first NL Central division winner in 2011. Here's the 2-1. And inside, 3 balls and a strike.
Throws everything out of the stretch. Looks in like a reliever. Comes set like a reliever.
The set and the 3-1, and darts inside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk. Now think about this. Misiorowski in his last start against the Twins, they didn't get a base runner until the 7th inning off him.
He tried actually to throw a slider. It really fell off the mound. Actually slipped. They're showing a replay. Lost his footing. That landing foot gave out on him.
Now Brian Reynolds back in the 2 spot today. He's DHing, hitting at .233 with 8 home runs. Here's the pitch, and it's down and in, ball 1. Will Little calls the balls and strikes today. He's the crew chief. John Bacon at first base, call-up umpire. Ryan Addison at second, and Ryan Wills at third base. Reynolds 3 straight multi-hit games. Misiorowski, big jump for Frazier, and pitches up and in, 2-0, an easy stolen base.
Yeah, he took off while Misiorowski was still in his stretch, and so he had 3 steps before he started home.
So already he's given up as many steals in this game as Skenes has all season. Here's the 2-0, swinging a foul, and you compare the two, and you think about what Skenes has been able to do in terms of controlling the running game and showing poise with jams out there, bases loaded situations, things like that. And maybe Misiorowski will show that too, but this is just his 3rd start. Getting to know him a little bit. Here's the 2-1. Swing, fly ball out to deep center. Playable for Churio. Will be nearing the warning track now, and on it he'll make the catch. And that's a productive out. Frazier walking, stealing second, and advancing to third on the deep fly out here with 1 out in the 1st.
Boy, and Brian Reynolds just missed it. I mean, that would have silenced this crowd. I mean, he just missed hitting that ball out of the ballpark. Good at bat, solid contact. Didn't quite get all of it.
Spencer Horwitz in the 3 spot today. You know, you think of all the hubbub. I like how you said that. The buzz. It's an old-fashioned feeling because the marquee pitchers would always attract big crowds. The pitch, swing and a miss. And we really missed out on it Thursday in Detroit when Skubal and Skenes didn't pitch in the same game with that doubleheader. I was hoping we'd have it, but at least we have it here today.
Yeah, the Detroit fans were unhappy, but Brew Crew folks are very excited.
1 is inside, 1-1 with the infield up.
Boy, it gets that call. I mean, that pitch could have been called a strike. And good thing that you don't get that pitch, because that would be a tough one to hit.
1-1 on Horwitz, lefty batter. The pitch, swing and a miss. Swings through 101. And now a little bit more in the zone. Misiorowski ahead on a hitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that was firmly at 101 too, not 100 point something. Frazier at third with 1 out. See if Horwitz can get him in. The pitch, swinging a foul able to steady 102.
102. Yeah. And not messing around. I mean, I don't know if he was trying to waste one upstairs, but it was right there.
And again, he delivers the ball closer to the plate than every pitcher in baseball. Nobody else, even Glasnow. He's handing the ball to the catcher a little closer than everybody else. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, went upstairs. That's got to be impossible to hit 101 upstairs like that.
Yeah, that's explosive, to say the least.
And Horwitz doing everything he could to try to hit a fly ball. Bring in Frazier now with 2 outs. It's Nick Gonzalez. Had that 3-run home run yesterday. Here's the pitch. And it's outside for ball 1. 101, but he hooked it. So he can hit a fastball, but I mean, this is a different animal, right? I mean, once you start getting up in this range.
Yeah, I mean, it's very few. You see very few like him.
Here's a 1-0. Swinging a foul back.
And you think of Chapman. You know, other than Chapman, who was up there, you know, at 104. Did he hit 105?
105, yeah. With the Pirates. I mean, he was, but you know, you're going to face him once. This guy you would face twice, 3 times in a game. The pitch, swinging a foul back.
And that's the other thing. He'll get away with a hanging slider, which that was right there.
Now 1-2 on Nick Gonzalez. Got 7 RBIs his last 6 games. That 3-run homer yesterday. Hitting 500. Frazier getting way down the line at third. Wild pitch, yeah. Here's a 1-2, swinging a foul. Well, that's what I was thinking with the guy that throws so hard and hold on to a fastball a little too long or spike a slider. Eric Haas doing the catching today. Pirates would gladly accept a first inning run that way. 1-2 on Nick Gonzalez. Misiorowski delivers, and the bender a little low.
Yeah, that more of a curveball. Came in at 89.
I don't think I've seen an 89-mile-per-hour curveball before.
That's a great take.
2-2 on Nick Gonzalez. Frazier at third. The pitch, swinging a foul back. He looked like he was pretty close to being on that one. 101.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting it timed up. It's getting closer.
Now, he has faced Misiorowski this year in the minors. Part of his rehab assignments. Here's the 2-2 to Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Late defensive offer on a breaking ball down and away. And the Pirates strand the leadoff man. Big crowd assembled here in Milwaukee. Paul Skenes takes the ball. We'll be back right here on the.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win! Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these ourselves, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Fixed rate. Plus, enjoy long-term rate protection with no hidden fees or interruption in service. Dynegy, Powered by Vistra, official energy supplier of the Pittsburgh Pirates and PNC Park. Call 866-415-4674 or visit Dynegy.com to make the switch today.
The big man takes a hill. Paul Skenes and his commanding presence ready to work. Facing Sal Frelick. No score, bottom of the first. And his first one just off the plate away for ball one. At a measly 98.
I was going to say it for the first time in Paul Skenes' career. When he throws a fastball, it looks slower than the other guys.
But no arguing his success. Here's the pitch up high, 2-0. You think about where he's at, 39 starts into his career, and there, over the course of the live ball era since 1920, there have been 2,271 pitchers to make 39 starts. Here's the 2-0. Back with a strike. He has the lowest ERA. 2,271 pitchers through their first 39 starts.
Special talent.
Now 2-1 on Frelick. Couple of hits yesterday in the pitch. Swing and a soft fly ball foul and off to the left. 2-2.
And making his 17th start, I mean, there could be an argument he could be 15-1 right now instead of 4-6. Hasn't had a win since May 28th.
Down low and away, 3-2. And despite having a minuscule ERA, leading baseball. Well, maybe today's the day.
One win in his last 10 starts.
3-2 coming, and it's outside. It's a walk. So both pitchers walk their first hitter of the day. Remember, Skenes came off a start against Detroit. He walked 5. He had never done that in a game. Jackson Chorio's coming up, and here's the Pirates defensively. Pham, Cruz, and Frazier left to right in the outfield. The Gold Glover Jared Triolo at third. Kiner, Falefa, and Gonzalez in the middle. Horwitz at first. Henry Davis, day game after a night game behind the plate. Here's Churio swinging a hard ground ball up the middle. Late break for Gonzalez. He gets there, shovels to Kiner Falefa, and they'll get a force.
Yeah, hard to. It almost looked as if Nick Gonzalez didn't see that right away. It kind of went right under Paul Skenes. It was hit pretty hard, so it was a little bit of a late start. But over there quickly, took his time, made sure he gave IKF a nice feed. And from where he caught that, you're only going to get one. So. Job well done.
Skenes asking for the second base umpire, Ryan Anderton, to look at something near the mound for a moment. He obliged him and now returns to his position. Christian Yelich will bat. Red hot on an 8-game hitting streak. Man at first, 1 out in the pitch. Wave and a miss, way in front of a sweeper and strike 1. Yelich at .264 with 15 home runs. Had one on the opener on Monday night. Here's the 0-1, a swing and a miss, 2 strikes.
2 chases. Starting them off with spinny ball.
Will they go back to it again? Churio leads from first with 1 out and an 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out on 3 sweepers. First strikeout for Skenes.
Yep, not a great at bat for Christian Yelich. Walking back to the dugout, and man, that his fans here in Milwaukee haven't seen many at bats like that.
You pointed it out last night. You said that because of his swing, he probably struggles against upper 90s heat. And maybe he was trying to start early to be on time for Skenes' fastball. Swinging a foul back by Hoskins in a strike. Hoskins 245, a dozen homers. Right-handed batter, 2 outs, man at first, no score. First inning here in Milwaukee. Skenes on for the Pirates. On the toss over. He's only allowed 1 steal all year. That was when Altuve, the Astros, just took off early and lucked out. One strike and the pitch to Hoskins. Strike 2. There are no Brewers that have an extra base hit off Skenes. He's allowed 4 hits to the current Brewers in the 2 starts. He struck out 19 in his first 2 starts against the Brewers' lifetime. Ball down low, and it's 1-2 on Hoskins. Threw him a right-on-right changeup down and in. Winner will take the series. Pirates have not won back-to-back series here since 2016. Here's a 1-2 home, and strike 3 call.
That's right there.
Yeah, I'm looking to see. Wait a minute, that should be a strikeout, shouldn't it? Yes, 2 strikeouts in a scoreless first for Skenes. Second coming up from.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
.org to learn more and apply.
O'Neal Cruz will lead it off for the Pirates in the second inning. Typically he's been leading it off in the first, but moved down because of that 5 for 46 performance we've seen over the last 11 games, trying to get him going. Hitting at 208, facing Jacob Misiorowski. The pitch, swing and a miss. 99 in the zone. Throughout his career, he can handle that upper 90s, 100-plus heat. And Cruz, one of the best in baseball at that. Here's an 0-1. Swinging a ball hit the other way, sharply to left toward the corner. Collins with time, and he'll make the catch in the left field corner. 1 out.
I would think O'Neal would like this matchup just because so often when he comes to the plate, he doesn't get challenged. He doesn't get a lot of fastballs to hit. You know, I think that's when he starts looking for probably more breaking balls, and then gets caught looking at fastballs. But I think he'd rather be up there and be aggressive.
Here's Tommy Pham. Did not play yesterday. There's a strike. His prior 2 games, 5 hits, 5 RBIs. I've been waiting for the good stuff and been getting it now. Here's an 0-1 to him. Swing and a strike. He's had some ocular challenges. His eyes has an eye condition that was diagnosed well into his professional career, and then been able to mitigate its effects sometimes with contact lenses. But right there, strike 3 call, facing a sharp slider at 94.
Tommy Pham did not like the call. He turned to have a discussion with Will Little. And you're looking at the replay, it's right on that outside corner.
And moved through the zone the entire time. Hard to blame it up, even if it does run off at the last moment when it's going through the zone like that. That one seemed to stay on the edge, like you said. There's ball 1 to Triolo. 175 with 3 homers, 9 RBIs for Triolo this season. 2 outs and nobody on in the second. We're scoreless. Here's the 1-0. Jared tall stance, righty batter, fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'd say that just very early comparison between watching these 2 young right-handers throw. Misiorowski, he comes right at you.
Here's a 1-1, and it's inside 2-1.
He's not as likely as a Paul Skenes to command the fastball, working around the corners, on the edges, down, up. He's pretty much just rearing back and firing it at you. A lot in the middle.
2-1, check swing foul. Let's take 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. Two and 2 on Jared Triolo with 2 outs and nobody on in the Pirates second. No score. Misiorowski ready, and the pitch. Swinging a foul back. Able to spoil 100. Down and away. Misiorowski tries it again on 2-2. Swinging a deep drive out to center. Chourio back, warning track, and he'll make the catch 1 step shy of the wall. And on that slider, Triolo gave it a good ride, but it is the final out. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Skenes back to the.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
We go to the bottom of the second. Isaac Collins will lead it off for Milwaukee against Paul Skenes. Struck out 2 Brewers in the first. First one outside, ball 1. Trying to curveball away to Collins, a switch hitter batting left on an 8-game hitting streak. 262 with 4 homers. Here's a 1-0, and there's a strike now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Skenes back at it, and a 1-1 and a half swing and a ball outside. It's 2-1.
Thought we might get that one.
Collins ahead in the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Gave him 98. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skenes has allowed 4 runs in June in his 4 starts. 3 earned. And missed inside near the shoe tops, 3-2. Almost chased him off his feet. Three-two coming, and a swing and a foul back. Skenes worked around walking the first batter of the game. This is his 40th start. He had never done that before. Took him 40 starts to walk the first batter he faced of the start.
It's normal to see him just attack from the get-go.
3-2 coming, and he has walked a second. That's Collins. Leads off the second inning with a walk. You got to think, he's right there among the innings leaders in baseball, and really had to work in that Cubs start. Through 95 pitches in 5 innings, they really had some deep counts on him, and then the command maybe a little bit off in that Detroit start. Do you think 5 walks?
Oh, anytime you walk 5, yeah, that would be the case.
A fatiguing stretch here in the middle point of the season. Up high and away, ball 1. Turang is 0 for 6 lifetime against Skenes. He's on a 9-game hitting streak. Left-handed batter. Toss over to first. Collins back. He has stolen 8 bases. Here's the set and the pitch. And a half swing and a ball in. He went. Tied him up on the sweeper, 1-1.
That didn't look like much. That wasn't much at all. The earlier check swing by Collins, I thought, went way further than that one.
And the pitch. Darts down and in that time. 2-1 with the sweeper missing. He's been behind the last couple of hitters here. Collins walked. Now 2-1 on Turang. Speedy runner will hit the ball on the ground. 2-1. Swinging a ball hit in the air, foul the other way. Tried that splinker down and away. Left it up a little bit more than he'd like. Maybe trying to get that ground ball double play. 2-2.
Very comfortable day. Yeah, I know in Pittsburgh it's just been stifling hot. We haven't had that kind of weather here last night or this afternoon.
Toss over. Back in there.
Much of that northeast just in this crazy heat wave. We've been pretty fortunate here. Comfortable.
Here's a 2-2 down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Skenes already at 26 pitches here with nobody out in the second. And they bring a bit so far today. There's a 3-2. Runner goes, swinging a foul back. Collins was on the move on 3-2 with nobody out.
And that's Paul Skenes, not afraid to throw any pitch anytime. He walks the first hitter. 3-2 pitch was a slider. Turang just able to stay alive.
Full count. Collins getting a bigger lead off first. And he's running and pitches swung on, grounded past the shortstop. Kiner Falefa was covering the bag, and it's a base hit. Putting the runner in motion makes it 2 on and nobody out instead of the other way around.
Where middle infielders are positioned nowadays, they're so close to the second base bag. The guy that's covering the bag is so close to the bag. The guy KF did this, and I'm surprised that he did it because he's been so good at short. As soon as the runner breaks, he broke. You don't have to break to the bag. You're only a few steps away. You can come in towards home plate and then see the ball, and then from there, if it's past the hitter, then break to the bag.
I never thought about that.
But I mean, if he just walks in, it's a double play ball. The only reason that ball got by him, it was hit right where he was positioned, but because he went left, the ball went right where it was hit hard, but it went to his right. But if he's just walking in towards the bag, or even just a quick walk, he's still going to be able to cover the bag if he needs to.
Here's the pitch, and stabbed at and bunted for a strike by Durbin.
Saw that the other day. I forget who we were playing, and it was the same thing. I was watching the second baseman. I'm like, why is he running away from his position? Just come in. All you have to do is come in towards the bag until the ball's by the hitter. Then you have plenty of time to cover.
One strike and a feint towards second, no throw. I never thought about that, but yeah, I mean, the shortstop's maybe 20 feet from the bag, and the runner's 75 feet from the bag. You got all that time to.
You're still moving closer to cover the bag.
Swinging a liner up the middle, base hit by Durbin. Lane will hold the runner with Cruz getting the ball in quickly. So Durbin with a base hit. Now Milwaukee has the bases loaded and nobody out against Skenes. And Joey Ortiz, who had 2 home runs last night, is coming to bat.
Yeah, you get down. I thought about this, and these guys were really big for the Brewers last night, Durbin and Ortiz. And against a guy like Heaney, who has that deceptive fastball, against guys, harder throwers, the shorter swingers are more trouble. They're less likely to swing and miss. Durbin's one, and now Ortiz.
First one in for a strike.
Yeah, they get to the ball. They don't have a lot of movement in their swing, and they're less likely to chase, and they're more likely to put it in play.
Here's an 0-1 and a swing and a miss. 2 strikes.
Well, he chased a fastball a foot inside. That's hard to do.
Skenes just rises to these occasions. I mean, teams average 2.5 runs when you have the bases loaded, nobody out. And we've seen him get out of jams like this before. Nobody out. 0-2. Swinging a foul. Ortiz just ticked it.
Well, I mean, those are pitches. That's weird to see him swinging at both those fastballs that are way off the plate inside.
Against Skenes this season with the bases loaded, opponents are 0 for 10. Buckling down here. Here's an 0-2. Ortiz dribbles it foul. One-handed offer trying to spoil that sweeper away.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets it a little further off, he had just enough bat. I mean, barely enough bat to waste that pitch. If it's an inch further outside, that's 1 out.
Skenes still ahead, 2 strikes on Joey Ortiz. Here it is. Swing and a ball shot toward Skenes. Looks toward home. He only plays the first, and they'll get it out. But everyone advances, and the Brewers lead 1-0. That's the first time he's allowed a run in the first or second innings since August.
And again, almost the same situation. He throws a pitch so far away from Ortiz that he just has enough bat. It's just barely off the end of the bat. It just spins to the right spot to where you couldn't get anybody but the batter runner.
Now the number 9 man, Eric Haas, who has not appeared in this series. Brewers catcher at .234, a couple of home runs. Infield comes up with second and third, 1 out. Contact likely on Turang, a fast runner at third. 1-0 Milwaukee in the second. Skenes delivers, and a swing and a miss, threw it by him. Strike 1.
No relation to former Pirates catcher J.R. Haas.
But where's number 13 for former Pirates catcher Lance Parrish?
I like it.
Here's an 0-1. And sweeper could not hold up. But he was ruled to have held up. Wait a minute.
Whoa. No, both of the. I thought the home plate umpire was going to call it a swing. That was really bad.
First base umpire John Bacon, a call-up umpire for the minor league, said no swing.
I thought the home plate umpire was going to say he offered.
Infield up, second and third, one out, a run in for Milwaukee in the second. 1-1 from Skenes. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the sweeper. So opponents are still 0-4 against him with the bases loaded, but putting the ball in play. Ortiz gets an RBI at 4 yesterday. Here's a 1-2. Swinging the ball, poked into center. Cruz coming on and dives for it. Can't get it. 1 run is in. Durbin will be held at third, and all the way to second is Haas, hustling all the way. And now Milwaukee leads 2-0. That was a long run for Cruz, and he was just about in position to make that catch.
Well, you got to give credit where credit's due. Eric Haas put the ball in play. You have the infield in. You're just up there trying to be short to the ball and find a way to put it in play. More of a slide than a dive from Cruz. Almost, I think he gets there. I mean, I just think that didn't quite get all the way extended, and it was just short of the glove.
And Haas gets an RBI double, still second and third with 1 out. The infield still plays up, and it's ball 1 down low to Sal Frelick. So 2-0 Milwaukee. Skenes hadn't allowed 2 runs to Milwaukee yet in his career. Here's a 1-0. Outside 2-0. And again, it goes back to he threw over twice with Turang on at first. And or Collins on at first, excuse me. And then Turang had the base hit in the vacated shortstop position when he ran. And the ground ball on to second. Coming home, Gonzalez. Errant throw. It's behind Davis. And so they can't get anybody out. 3-0 Milwaukee.
Nope, they can't go home there. And you go to your left as a second baseman. They're going on contact with a runner that's a decent runner. You can't. You just got to get the out. A perfect throw doesn't get them. Get the out there. That was just. Trying to make a play was Gonzalez. So not only did he have to go to his left, there was a little bit of a double pump there, and with just stop yourself and flip it to your first baseman. Yeah, there was no way he was throwing that runner out, and you could see it as soon as he came up. I thought, well, okay, eat it, flip it to first, but tried to rush it, tried to make something out of nothing.
This is only the 3rd time all year Skenes has allowed 3 runs in a game. And Mike Burrows is warming in the Pirates bullpen. 3 runs in a game, 3rd time this year. He'd given up 3 earned runs all month. 1st and 3rd, and the pitch. Down low, ball 1 to Churio. And nearing 30 pitches this inning for Skenes. It'll be ruled as a fielder's choice. The pitch and a strike. 1-1. It's not like the Brewers have been crushing the ball here, but we saw that back in that St. Louis game where he gave up 5 runs. And he stringed it together, enough balls in play to find holes or some judgment calls here and there. And you can put together an inning against Skenes. Toss over. First and third, 1 out, 3 in for Milwaukee in the second. The pitch swung on, hit high in the air, center field. Cruz, medium shallow center. Will make the catch. Haas tags and comes halfway down the line. Davis will get him back to third, and that's the second out. He just kept on coming.
Oh, I don't blame him. I mean, you got to get rid of the ball. If that's a runner, if that's not the catcher and somebody's an average runner and you hold on to the ball that long, you're scoring. He caught it, he looked, he shuffled, and then he threw it. The way you get guys to stop from running is to throw it.
Now Yelich will bat with 2 on and 2 out and 3 runs in against Skenes. A toss over. So Haas at third and Frelick on at first. Skenes sets and delivers home, and Yelich takes a fastball strike. Now this has delighted the sellout crowd here in Milwaukee who came to see their young pitcher Misiorowski. And what they've also seen is a rare big inning against Skenes. Here's an 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, like you said, it could have been 2 up, 2 down. I mean, there could have been plays made behind him here. And not the cleanest inning. That was the only ball hit hard. I'll give him that. That second batter of the inning, the base hit that went by short.
There's a strike.
You'd almost have to think he finishes him with that curveball, and he got with him. He got him with in the first.
Here's the pitch home and a swing of the ball shot the other way, base hit. Yelich drives in the run from third. Haas scores. Frelick to second. It's 4-0 Milwaukee in the second inning.
Yeah, I can't believe they went with fastball there. I mean, Yelich looked so bad on 3 straight curveballs in the first. Couldn't take them and missed them by a mile. And you get 2 strikes and you leave him a fastball up, out, over.
Well, now Skenes has thrown 35 pitches this inning. He's given up 4 runs. He's facing the 9th hitter of the inning, Hoskins. The runners start and stop, and it's ball 1 outside. You got to figure this is his last batter if he doesn't get an out here.
Very well could be.
They've had Burrows warming, and probably don't want to have Skenes throw more than 40 pitches in an inning. Here's a 1-0, a swing and a ball. Looped back of second, and Gonzalez is there to retire it. So Brewers bat around and score 4 off Paul Skenes in the second inning. We'll go to the third in Milwaukee. 4-0 Brewers on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Mouths agape for Pirates fans to see Paul Skenes allow 4 runs in an inning. Again, some bloops and some bleeps and some blunders a little bit within that inning. And there's a strike. And thinking about it, most runs that Skenes has ever allowed in an inning. It's only the 3rd time that he's ever allowed 4 runs in a game. Think of the magnificence of Skenes. This is his 40th career start. And it was the most pitches that he's thrown in an inning. Of course, 2 starts ago against the Cubs threw 35. He had never thrown 30 in an inning. So the Cubs were grinding him out that day, and the Brewers certainly finding their way to making contact against him, keeping the line moving in that second inning. Davis foul tip with 2 strikes on 100 from Misiorowski.
I'm trying to think of the swing and miss in that at bat. I mean, we're so used to seeing Paul Skenes get so much swing and miss. Wasn't very many as they hit around.
0-2 to Henry Davis. Off the plate away, 1-2 on the slider. So Skenes' career ERA rises to 2.05 after that 4-run second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Misiorowski.
Yeah, it goes to show you how difficult it is to have an ERA under 2. You have one bad inning. You know,
your first bad inning, really, of your career.
Right.
That's all you need. Here's Kiner Falefa. Yeah, Skenes now leads the National League in innings. There's a strike after having the innings load mitigated by pitching in the minor leagues to start last year. 1 strike on IKF. So Misiorowski walked the first man he faced, and then since then has struck out 4 of 7. No one has reached since. 4-0 Brewers. Here's an 0-1. Swinging a foul back. Kiner Falefa 276 with a home run. Here's the pitch. Bounced right side. Couple of hops for to right. Ranging and throwing him out. 2 outs. It's going to be a wonderful drone show coming up after the game on Friday when the Pirates return home. They'll host the Mets at 6:40. A Mr. Rogers themed Zambelli drone show brought to you by Duquesne Light. That's coming up on Friday, 6:40 game, and the drone show to follow. Go to pirates.com/drone show. 2 men gone for Reynolds. Pardon me, Frazier. Reynolds on deck. Here's the pitch. And a strike from Misiorowski. Frazier reached, then had a big jump, stole second, and advanced to third on a flyout. He's the Pirates base runner. 4-0 Brewers here in the third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
And not throwing as hard as the first couple of innings.
He has pitched 13 2/3 innings in the major leagues. He's allowed 1 hit. Misiorowski delivers. Swing and a miss. Bottom of the third coming up. 4-0 Brewers on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs. And then next day, I got to eat arepas with eggs. So my mom make it for me. And then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Paul Skenes returns after the longest inning of his career, and he'll deliver a sweeper outside for ball one to Isaac Collins, who led off last inning with a walk. Skenes has walked the leadoff man in the first 2 innings. Incredibly, he had not allowed a run in the first or second innings since August of last year. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. So every game since then, he has started the first 2 innings with zeros. For 4-0 Brewers. Here's a 1-1 to Collins. Strike on the inner edge at 98. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I figured he'd come out, be aggressive, get back in the zone.
Here's the 1-2 from him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's a good changeup down and away. 3rd strikeout for Skenes. Saturday, the Mets will be in town. It's a 4:05 game, and the first 20,000 will take home a 90s themed Pirates t-shirt. That's brought to you by Shell Polymers. Coming up on Saturday, 4:05. Get your tickets, pirates.com/free t-shirts. Bryce Terang, a base hit. And the pitch. There's the strike. That was when he grounded that ball sharply through the vacated shortstop position. A 1 from Skenes. Right there, strike 2. The sweeper in there to the lefty batter. Terang with that single, now a 10-game hitting streak. First time that he had registered a hit off Skenes. There's an 0-2, up high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big ready, and the pitch. Down low, 2-2. 4-0 Milwaukee here in the 3rd. Skenes ready in the pitch. Busted bat, ground ball past the diving Skenes to second. Gonzalez on to first, getting the speedy Terang for the 2nd out.
Like the changeup too. The previous pitch, breaking ball that was down. Wasn't surprised at all that he'd come back with a change. Got Collins looking bad, waving at a changeup for the strikeout. Tried the same thing with Terang. He was just able to get the end of the bat on it, broke the bat, got the weak tapper.
He has the lowest slugging against the changeup. At bats that end in the changeup in all of baseball. Bunt stabbed at and missed, and Durbin's down a strike, just as he did the first time around. Yeah, opponents slug 103 against his changeup slug. That was coming into today, lowest in baseball. 2 outs, nobody on. 4-0 Milwaukee. Here's an 0-1 from Skenes. Swinging a foul back. 99 and 2 strikes on Durbin, who had a base hit his first time. And a 3-run home run yesterday. His 4th of the season. Skenes is ahead, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out on the sweeper. And we'll go to the 4th. It's 4-0 Milwaukee on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
As the official bank of the Pirates, PNC.
If you want a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the 1-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
Inning down 4-0. Jacob Misiorowski has not yielded a hit. He was perfect through the first 6 innings in his last start, and then Matt Wallner had a 2-run home run off him. Matt Wallner still the only opponent to get a hit off Misiorowski in his brief major league career. That's ball one inside. So he's pitched 14 innings and given up 1 hit. Walk 6.
That has to be at least somewhat historic. I don't know if that's ever been done before. I doubt there's 5 people that have done that. I would be surprised if there was one other that have done it.
Yeah. There's a strike.
1 hit through your first, you say 14? Yeah, 14 innings.
Reynolds hit a deep fly ball his first time up. Pirates hit a couple of the warning track off him. Here's the pitch. Down low and away. That looked like a changeup. And it's 2-1. Out of Green Valley, Missouri. Sounds like an earnest part of the country. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner, right base hit. Brian Reynolds, leave it up to him to get another hit off Misiorowski, the first for the Pirates today. Lead off single to right.
He has the ability to make an extraordinary fastball ordinary. It's up and in. I mean, it's on the inside corner above the strike zone. And he turns on it and flicks it into right like nothing. That's first at bat, first fastball he's seen this at bat.
Well, he's on it. Here's Horwitz. Misiorowski. Long wait, and now the pitch home is up high for ball 1. So over the last 5 seasons, 21 through 25, Brian Reynolds comes in 3rd highest slugging against 95 plus over that span. So that's 5 seasons. That tells you that, all right, that's legitimate. It's Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and then Brian Reynolds. Mookie Betts is 4th. Devers, Jose Ramirez, Muncy, Ohtani. I mean, and he's 3rd velocity? On that list. Against 95 pitches that are 95 plus. He's 3rd in slugging over a 5-year span. Here's a 1-1. Swinging a pop foul. And as we value velocity more than ever, I mean, he's able to negate it among the best.
And that goes to show he's getting many more hits than the others, because those are all home run hitters you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys have all hit way more homers than Brian Reynolds. I don't know if all of them, I didn't hear all, but most of the ones I heard were like, wow. Soto, Judge, Ohtani, Betts, those are all, you know, guys that have hit a ton of home runs.
I think he was going to throw a changeup there.
Well,
the ball came out of the side of his hands.
Horwitz stepped out, and yeah, he just stepped out just before his delivery, and so kind of went through his motion and just let the ball slip out.
1-2 on the lefty batter. Haas sets up away in the pitch. Down low and away with the changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reynolds at first, nobody out in the 4th. 4-0 Milwaukee leading. Winner will take the series. And the pitch misses. 3-2.
Certainly take a walk. Hey, you get base runners, you never know. Very, very early in this ball game. 4 runs. It's not a lot.
Reynolds not going the pitch down and in, and he walks Horwitz, and now the Pirates have 2 on and nobody out.
Incredibly, he throws a slider. Always trying to outsmart, and so he's already going to get a visit from his pitching coach. You got a weapon like that fastball, and you're looking for chase with a 4-run lead. I think it might be my biggest pet peeve. Maybe he's trying to throw it for a strike. If he has confidence throwing it 3-2 for a strike, and that's how he thinks he's going to get the batter out. But if he's looking for a chase, up 4-0 on a 3-2 pitch when you're throwing up to 102 miles per hour, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, there are very few that really can get to that. That's just, it's so rare. And again, I said it earlier, but the perceived velocity, so what hitters, because the distance traveled is shorter than every other pitcher in baseball, and he's throwing almost as hard as any pitcher in baseball, including relievers. His average fastball is 102 miles an hour. Who sees that? No one. It's the fastest in baseball outside ball one. So just to underline what you're saying, Gonzalez hit a 3-run home run yesterday, batting with 2 on and nobody out here. He struck out the first time around against Misiorowski. Pirates down 4-0 in the 4th. Right-hander ready, and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. On the second, there's 1. Relay, 2, double play. Reynolds to third with 2 gone.
And so the thing I was just going to add to my last comment was, when you're throwing that hard, it's harder to get extended. And when you don't get extended, it's harder, almost impossible to hit the ball in the air. So you throw a middle fastball, you don't get extended, you get a double play ball. That was the other thing about why you should just go and be aggressive with your fastball 3-2. Much more likely to get a ground ball.
And now Cruz will bat, swinging a foul right back. I never thought about that. You could even throw it, like you said, center cut, and still yield the result you're looking for, and he got it. So Reynolds at third with 2 away for Cruz, and a strike to him. Hit the ball to the left field corner his first time up. In the number 5 spot today, the pitch outside, missing. 1-1 on Cruz. Threw him a slider away.
And so we'll bring analytics into it all, just because it's fun. They swing at his fastball 56% of the time, despite the fact it's in the zone less than half.
The pitch, strike. Took 102 at the knees. 102.
They hit it in the air only 18%. They hit it on the ground 55%.
Wow. Well, that just underscores what you're saying again.
And the hard hit rate is 9%.
Oh boy. There's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Yeah, might as well throw 102 back-to-back. Cruz striking him out. That's just different. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-0 Milwaukee on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Paul Skenes returns for the bottom of the 4th. It remains 4-0 Milwaukee. We have Mitch Keller jersey giveaway to kids 14 and younger, thanks to Sheets. That's coming up on Sunday at a 1:35 game. Joey Ortiz takes a curveball low for ball 1. And get your tickets at pirates.com/family fun days. Come on out on Sunday. Pirates return home Friday night. 6-game homestand, and then right back up on the road again. Here's the pitch. And that's down low. And then the Pirates will be gone until after the All-Star break. So if you're thinking about coming out to a Pirate game, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it for next 2 weeks after that.
Wow.
Here's the pitch. And a strike, 2-1. I know folks are making their plans around summer vacations and such. Yeah, so July 2nd they'll play, and then the next home game will be July 18th. Pitch, swinging a ground ball to short. On the backhand, it's Kiner Falefa. And on the first, getting Ortiz jogging the first, 1 out. Here's Eric Haas. 4-0 Milwaukee. Haas, an RBI double. And a blooper in the shallow center back in the 2nd inning. That was part of a 4-run inning against Skenes. That has never happened before. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike. I was telling you before that Haas wears 13 for Lance Parrish. He grew up near Detroit in Dearborn, Michigan. But I can't know why he knows about Lance Parrish, because that was his father's generation of player. 101.
That's interesting.
Were you up when Parrish was with the Pirates?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we had loved the guy. Very, very good human.
Down low 2-1.
We ended up working out together quite a bit. And what's funny is I saw him last year at the Hall of Fame. He was up there for Jim Leland. And I was excited that he remembered me. We were talking about old times.
And he wasn't with the Pirates long. Pitch. There's a strike, 2-2.
Just spring training, because it was a shock. It was 96. When I was there, I don't know. I don't think he was there before or after, but he did not make the team. He was with us in spring training, and they kept Keith Osick to be the backup for Jason Kendall in Kendall's rookie year.
2-2, swung on, popped up in the infield. First baseman Horwitz calls for it. He'll retire it for the second out.
I mean, you just assumed that the veteran catcher was going to be Kendall, the rookie's backup. But no, that's not how it went down.
And I don't know if he played again after that. I think
I don't think so.
Yeah. Hit over 300 home runs for a catcher. Notable.
Huge, hulking man.
Sal Frelick, the Brewers batter. And he'll take inside for ball one. Walking an RBI today. 4-0 Milwaukee. We're in the fourth inning. Paul Skenes on for the Bucks. 73 pitches. Through 37 in the second inning. Here's the 1-0. And just a little bit up. 2-0.
And I know there's Pittsburgh ties there too. With Parrish. Somehow, some way.
I am unaware. Here's the 2-0 coming. And back to a strike.
He was born in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Clareton. My goodness. How could I forget that? Born in Clareton, PA.
I didn't realize that. Here's a 2-1 now. And a swing and a high pop-up foul backing out of play.
Lightland right on top of us.
How about right in front of us?
Right in front of us. I just saw the fans looking this way, so I'm thinking it's either going to land on top of us. I didn't. But obviously, some backspin brought it literally right in front of us.
Yeah. What do you think we are? 8 feet above folks below or so? It hit right at the foot of the facing of our area. And bounced up right in front of our eyes. Pitch inside 3-2. If we had a fishing net, we could have snared it on the after the hot.
At age 6, Parrish moved to Southern California.
Oh, there you go. 3-2 to Sal Frelick, and a swing and a fly ball out to deep left center field. Cruz and Pham. It'll be Pham in straightaway left to make the catch to end the inning. And Paul Skenes retires the side in order. He's sent down now 7 in a row. It's 4-0 Milwaukee.
Official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates.
Fifth inning coming up, and the Pirates come to bat with Tommy Pham to lead it off. 4-0 Brewers. Our fifth inning brought to you by Local Union number 5 of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Misiorowski delivers, pumps in a fastball strike, 99. Jared Triolo and then Henry Davis, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Pham struck out looking his first time. Takes a little bit up. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Pirates have had a couple of chances on 1 single and 2 walks, believe it or not. They've had 5 chances with a runner in scoring position today. Here's a 1-1. Got a strike 1 and 2. But still, this kid has only given up 2 hits in 15 innings in the major leagues. One by Reynolds to start the 4th. 1-2 to Pham. Swinging a foul off to the right. Got a happy hour coming up Friday. From the time the gates open up until first pitch, 6:40 Friday against the Mets. Miller Lite brings it to you. The Miller Lite happy hour right there in the Miller Lite Landing Bar. On Friday, get your tickets at Pirates.com. Swinging a bouncer, slowly hit toward the shortstop. Ortiz has to come in a long way and fling it on to first, and Pham beat it out, base hit. That's how easy it is to get ahead, right?
Yeah. Again, put the ball in play.
Way easier said than done, but it's just so remarkable. Only 2 hits allowed. 1 hit through the first 14 innings in the major leagues.
You put the ball in play, you never know.
Well, the Pirates have had the leadoff man on in 3 of the 5 innings against Misiorowski.
There's a fair amount of luck in baseball.
I would say so, especially with Jared Triolo, the batter. First pitch is a strike. Barely checked his swing. So his batting average on balls in play this year is the lowest in the National League. It's 188. And so a lot of times that's considered bad luck, that he should probably be hitting for a higher batting average. Conversely, swinging a foul back, his rookie year of 23, he had a 440 batting average on balls in play, which was the highest in baseball since 1895.
Wow.
And he hit 298 that year. So he should be batting somewhere between 173 and 298.
Yeah.
when it all normalizes at some point in his career. A swing and a miss on the slider. Misiorowski with the strikeout. So numerically, there's luck as well, I guess. Physically and numerically.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go like the whole batting average of balls in play. I do believe there is some merit to that. I'm not totally sold on that particular statistic.
Pitch looped into right, long run for Frelick, and he'll get there to make the catch. Davis is gone, 2 outs. Pham still at first. Yeah, I think it's a guide, but not an absolute.
For instance, a guy consistently hits the ball hard. That's well below the average. Another guy that doesn't hit the ball hard. You don't expect to have a better average. So that's where I get lost with the whole expected batting average on balls in play. Because I think exit velocity should have something to do with it.
That's up high ball 1, and it does. And Triolo's near average, not quite average, but near average. But if you see a guy near the top, and then the batting average on balls in play is low, and it's early in the season, you're looking at a smaller 100 at bats or something like that. Well, it's bound to turn around.
Looks like Skenes' day is over. Mike Burrows is up in the pen. He wouldn't be up unless they planned on taking Skenes out. Skenes at 78 pitches through 4.
Here's the pitch, and a strike to IKF. 3-1. 2 outs. Pham still at first. 5th inning, Pirates trail 4-0. I think the only time that he had 4 innings or less at a start, swing and a miss, 3-2, was his opening start of his career. He was admittedly very nervous, and he lasted into the 4th, if I remember right. I don't know if he's had a short one like that since. Pham takes off in a swing and a foul back. Pham was about 50 feet.
Yeah, that was
first base.
That was strange. As he's standing there holding the ball, first baseman Hoskins went way behind him, so 3-2, 2 outs. He's going. And he just decided to leave earlier.
Again, the payoff to Kiner Falefa. He'll take a breaking ball for strike 3 call. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 4-0 Milwaukee on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. And that is going to be it for Skenes. 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Other than that pre-designed game plan 2-inning start against the Yankees to close the season last year, swinging a foul back. He pitched 4 innings in this first start in the major leagues. So, and that was the game, that Yankee game, by the way, that Burroughs came in and got his first big league win in his debut. So he'll come on in relief here. And there's a strike. 0-2 on Churio, the lead off the bottom of the 5th.
Big curveball. It almost looked like it. I like this vantage point for his curveball. It looked like it slipped out of his hand.
Pitch is swung on, lofted to right field. Frazier drifting in on it now. And he'll retire it, 1 out.
Yeah, the first time out of the bullpen this year for Burroughs. All 6 appearances were starts. He recorded a .482 earned run average in those 6 starts. A 1-2 record. 31 hits allowed in 28 innings. And he had struck out 29.
Here's Yelich. And it's down low, ball 1. It's an open date tomorrow. That would have been Burroughs' day. So you use him here, and then in essence he gets his start in. Here's the pitch. And that's down low, 2-0. The Pirates have not announced who would pitch Friday, but that then screams Keller. And then they can just stay on turn from there if they wish. Pitch is a strike. And now 2-1 on Yelich. RBI single in that 4-run second inning against Skenes. And that's down low. 3-1 on Yelich. So this is the 3rd time in Skenes' career he allowed 4 runs in a start. In his first 40 starts. 1 ball on the second and on the first for the second out. Rhys Hoskins 0 for 2 coming up.
That was an old school pitch right there. I loved it. Yeah, a lot of breaking stuff to Yelich from Burroughs. And then he falls behind 3-1. Throws a fastball down and away. Aggressive hitter looking to pull the ball, looking to do damage. It's out in front and hits a weak grounder.
Rhys Hoskins takes a strike. Leo Mazzoni would have liked that.
Yeah, that's like an old school approach.
Here's an 0-1, and it's down low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looks like Misiorowski's going to be done also.
Zastryzny trying to out-name Misiorowski. Zastryzny always wins.
I've yet to use his last name.
You just say Rob Zed.
I call him the lefty or whatever. I've yet to use his last. I didn't use his last name when he was a Pirate. And I'm not going to start now. Misiorowski, I knew I was going to have to say, so I practiced.
Get up in the morning, do your calisthenics, get in front of the mirror, read the lineups.
I have one thing underlined in my notes, and it's Misiorowski.
1-2. swinging a bouncer on to short. Connor and Falefa waits on it, and we'll get it on to first. Hoskins is gone, and it's a 1-2-3 inning in relief for Mike Burrows. Through 5, 4-0 Milwaukee on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
For the
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. All the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
Sixth inning. It's brought to you by the Operating Engineers Local 66. Brewers 4, Pirates 0, and Milwaukee will bring in left-hander Rob Zastryzny.
2-0, 160. Oh, that's the wrong one. 2-1, 219 ERA.
Facing Adam Frazier, takes a strike.
15th appearance. 14 punch-outs, 10 hits, and 12 in the third.
Reynolds and then Horwitz to follow, swinging a looping fly ball deep left center field. Chourio, long run. He'll make the catch in straightaway left field. 1 out. Misiorowski goes 5 innings, allows 2 hits, a career high. No runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts, a career high. His third major league start. So he's allowed 2 runs in 16 innings and has struck out 19 and given up 3 total hits.
Yeah, that's a big arm. Impressive.
Here's the pitch to Reynolds. Swinging a liner on 1 hop now to second base. Terang plants and throws. Got him 2 outs. So this is steamed pitching matchup. The folks that came to see it, it's done about an hour and 20 minutes after the game started.
Yeah. And I guess Milwaukee fans have to be happy with the way it went down. They got to see 8 punch-outs. They saw the Brewers put up a big inning in the second. Give them a 4-0 lead.
Horwitz against Zastryzny, a strike. Strikeout and a walk today for Horwitz. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2 strikes.
Disappearing breaking ball. Looked like it was hanging. And then just dropped down and away from Spencer.
The pitch.
Wow.
Skids away from Haas.
Haas went chasing after it. And he went chasing after it because it was right there. It was strike 3. But he dropped it. So they didn't get the call.
Well, now it's 1-2 on Horwitz. Zastryzny delivers and hooked it down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. At the Mega Millions jackpot on Friday, up to $348 million for the estimated annuity. $348 million. Got to be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Swing and a miss on the slider. And the Pirates go down in order in the 6th. Bottom half coming up. Still 4-0 Milwaukee on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
The fans go wild for your feisty spirit on the field, Leo, and you're used to hamming it up to the roar of their delight. But you've been pushing yourself since opening day, so it's time to take refuge in the clubhouse and recharge your battery. Taking time to focus on rest and recovery will only make the crowds more excited when you step back onto the diamond.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Milwaukee off from Milwaukee as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Don't forget you can bring on your group to a PNC Park tour. There's various types of tours available too, and group rates available to you. Go to pirates.com/tours. All one outside to Collins, who has walked and struck out today. 4-0 the Brewers are on top. 1-0 outside, 2-0 from Burroughs. Grew up in Waterford, Connecticut. Nice area of the country. Folks, I'm sure listening in Connecticut right now, enjoying the ball game. It's inside 3-0. Although they probably didn't know that Burroughs was going to pitch today. He's been in their rotation. And pitching in relief of Skenes. Here's the pitch. And now a strike, 3-1.
The 97 from Burroughs.
And back to work the pitch. Left it up, ball 4. Leadoff walk to Collins. You can catch all the Pirate games at the Bigham Tavern. $3 16-ounce IC Light drafts. Now Bryce Terang, single in 2 trips. Got a 10-game hitting streak going. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. All the runs coming in the 2nd. Brewers batted around.
Just like the perfect storm, too. Just nothing really crushed.
Center runner and the shortstop vacated. Allowed a hit. There's a strike.
A blooper that real close to being caught. Fielder's choice. Throw probably should have been made to first.
Here's an 0-2 from Burroughs. A swing, fly ball, center field deep. Cruz back to the warning track, and he'll make the catch over his shoulder for the first out. Terang is gone. Collins at first with 1 out, and here is Caleb Durbin. Make your advanced plans. Monday, June 30th. The Cardinals will be in town. It's a 6:40 game on that Monday night. It'll be Robert Morris night, and if you purchase a special ticket, you can get a co-branded Pirates and RMU jersey when you purchase a special ticket. The pitch. Up high, ball 1. That's on Monday, June 30th. That special ticket offer. You can buy that special ticket at pirates.com/RMU. 1-0 on Durbin. Single in 2 tries. Righty Burroughs delivers fastball in. 2-0. Sellout crowd today. They tell us it's 42,774 on a Wednesday afternoon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They'll pop up first base side. Horwitz near the Brewers dugout. He gets no help from them.
That's a big Wednesday afternoon crowd. I don't know how many crowds could have been bigger than that in all of baseball this year.
I mean, that is big time stuff. About 7.5% of Milwaukee is here today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner caught by the shortstop. Kiner fell out for 2 gone. And Collins back at first. Of course, folks probably have come here from other municipalities as well, but
yeah, all over. They do have a pretty big draw from all around.
Ortiz is batting here. A 4-0 Brewers lead. We're in the 6th.
Assume they got to come down from Green Bay, right?
Sure. They got the whole state covered pretty much. Swinging a foul back. Maybe not Hudson. That's right near the Twin Cities. They might call that Twins territory up there, but pretty much the whole state is for the Brewers. Parts of northern Illinois may have an allegiance in favor of Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's Todd Parola from Illinois here.
Oh, yeah. Well, one rolled to third. Triolo scoops and throws the short route to second to end the 6th. And the Pirates come to bat in the 7th here in Milwaukee. It remains 4-0 Brewers on the Pirates radio.
Lowest price guarantee.
Nick Gonzalez leads it off for the Pirates. We'll go to the 7th inning, and a new pitcher coming on for Milwaukee, right-hander Grant Anderson.
Anderson, 1-2, 329 earned run average. 34th appearance. Opponents hit .203 against him. Strikeout per inning, 39 and 38 and a third.
Gonzalez hitless in 2 tries today. And he's down a strike. So Zastryzny retired the 3 batters he faced on 8 pitches in the 6th inning. Misiorowski would be in line for a win if the score holds. 4-0 Brewers. A sweeper, swing and a miss, 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is just a tough pickup. You face a guy throwing over 100 miles an hour your first time up, second time up, third time up. You're facing a guy that's awkward delivery.
Crossfire, sidearm, swing, pop-up, shortstop. Ortiz in the left field grass. Nope, it'll be Durbin right next to him, third baseman, 1 out. Make your Pirates players all-stars. You can visit MLB.com/vote and cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star ballot daily. Remember when you could punch out those paper ones? They'd have the paper ballots at the ballpark.
I did, yeah.
I'd have the perforated holes.
Chads.
Yeah, there you go. Swing and ball hit off the end of the bat to left field, and Cruz is on base because Collins missed the ball.
He just flat out whiffed it.
A 2-base error on Collins.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, are why I think you see so many outfielders slide for it. It doesn't make any sense why they slide for it. But if he slid for that, it would be a double. It wouldn't be an E7.
That's a great point. I say, oh, it's very difficult, even though he just took himself to the ground. Here's Tommy Pham. And there was outside ball 1. There was a left fielder, Milwaukee, Ben Gamble.
Yeah.
He would do that. He would throw himself to the ground on any ball that he'd have to catch, I think.
Yes.
Here's a 1-0 and a strike, 1-1. Never made an error.
We had him for a while.
Oh, that's right. He was a cleanup hitter for a while, wasn't he?
Got to see it firsthand. The Flying Gambles.
That's right. Yeah, Matt was here in Milwaukee when I broadcast for the Brewers. Outside 2-1. Older brother. Matt played first base. That's going to be a good upbringing. You can get 2 of your kids to the major leagues.
That's amazing.
Here's the 2-1 swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I see Cruz out there at second. I'm thinking he's had some of his brothers. His dad played some pro ball, but didn't make the big leagues. But Cruz's brothers have played in professional baseball. Swinging the ground ball. Diving stop by the third baseman Durbin. Ticks off his glove and into left. Collins picks it up. Cruz around third. Heading home. Throws offline. Picked up by Haas. Throw back to second. And Pham is in there. It's an RBI single for Pham. And he advances on the throw. And the Pirates are on the board. It's 4-1 Milwaukee here in the 7th.
Well, stay hot, Tommy Pham. Collecting a couple of more hits here this afternoon. And because the ball goes off the glove of Durbin, the diving Durbin, that allows Cruz to score easily, which makes you scratch your head. I'm sure Pat Murphy's probably more than just scratching his head at his left fielder Isaac Collins for making that throw towards home. A very meaningless throw that did absolutely nothing except allow Tommy Pham to go up 90 feet to get into scoring position, so where another base hit could cut the lead in half.
So Collins not only whiffs on a fly ball his way, but then makes a poor decision. And potentially opening the door for a bigger inning. Triolo will bat 0 for 2. There was a first hit by a Pirate today with a man in scoring position. Tommy Pham with 15 RBIs now, 6 in his last 3 games, and 7 hits in those 3 games. Here's the pitch. And it's outside ball 1 to Jared Triolo. And I'm not trying to be glib here, but you think about how Pham really could not see properly earlier this season. There's a swing and a miss, a big sweeper, 1 ball, 1 strike, and finally thought that the contact lenses that he had gotten, and he'd gotten several sets since the season started. He even played a winter ball, tried out a set, and thought he had the right set for the year. But it shows that it's made a big difference. There's a swing and a tapper foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doesn't mean he's going to get 2 hits every night, but making solid contact routinely. And even just last year, we saw him do that with the White Sox. So probably more of what the player that the Pirates thought that they acquired in free agency. We're seeing him out there now.
Hitting's hard if you can see.
Yeah. Great way to put it. Here's 1-2, and Triolo takes a pie. 2-2.
So if you can't see, it's going to be impossible.
Pham out there at second after his RBI. 4-1, 7th inning. 2-2 on Triolo. Anderson delivers, swing and miss, ties him up. Up and in at 94 for the second out.
Yeah, he just gets a lot of awkward swings just because of the release point. It's just so hard to pick up.
Now Henry Davis 0 for 2. Played last night, playing again here today. Skenes started the pitch. Dribbled foul up first base. In his last 10 games, he's 3 for 32 with 12 strikeouts. Does not have a hit with a runner in scoring position this month. He got on that hot tear at the plate in May. Has fallen out of that. Here's the pitch, swung on and yanked foul, way foul.
Almost behind him.
Base hit likely gets the Pirates a little closer, down 4-1 here in the 7th. Pham out at second. 0-2. Down and in. 1-2 now on that fastball missing from Grant Anderson. Ferguson up for the Pirates. 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a fastball well above the zone. Pirates get a run on a hit, an error, and a man left. And will stretch in Milwaukee. 4-1 Brewers on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Boomer is the dog. Then he look good. And just follow this pitch all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
For a third inning of relief, picked up for Paul Skenes, who gave up 4 runs in 4 innings today. Skenes ends his day with a career ERA of 2.03 after 40 starts. Down low, ball 1 to Eric Haas. It's the second lowest in the live ball era through one's first 40 starts. There's a strike, 1-1. Vida Blue, 199 is where he stood after his first 40 with the then Oakland A's.
By the way, as you know better than anybody, how take me out to the ball game, 7th inning stretch, and then they do the roll out the barrel thing here.
Hit foul.
And most folks, I'm sure, listening and know about Bernie and his side. I don't know how many people know about Barrel Man. Is that his name, Barrel Man?
Yeah, the Barrel Man. That was one of the original logos for the Brewers in the 70s. There's a swing and a miss, and Haas is down on strikes, 1 out. And for every Pirates pitcher strikeout in June, Coppers donates $25 to the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust. And now Donnie Kelly emerges from the Pirates dugout after Burroughs has faced 8 hitters on what would have been a start day tomorrow for him, and that's it. So this call to the bullpen brought to you by Ring Central. Every moment matters. 4-1 Milwaukee in the 7th. We're back after this on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
If you love your customers, you have to try Ring Central. No matter the size of your business, every call, every text, every meeting.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
He walked 12. He walked 12. Batting average against just 200.
So Burroughs, 31 pitches, 2 1/3 scoreless, hitless innings in relief of Skenes. Now for the lefty batting Sal Frelick. First pitch misses in for ball 1. Frelick 0 for 2 with a walk. A run batted in today. Churio on deck. Teams combined for 7 total hits. Brewers with 4, Pirates with 3, but the Brewers lead 4-1. There's a strike. They got 4 of their hits in the second inning.
Yeah, think about that. Paul Skenes has never allowed more than 6 hits in any of his 40 starts, and he gave up 4 in 1 inning.
First time he had ever allowed 4 runs in an inning. That's outside 2-1. And yet, Skenes and Burroughs, and now Ferguson, they haven't allowed a hit in any other inning today. Yet still trail. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a flare up the middle, base hit, and Ferguson allows a single to the left-handed batting Frelick. As soon as he's brought in here with 1 out in the 7th.
Well, another weak hit off of Caleb Ferguson.
Yeah, entered the day's second lowest average exit velocity in baseball. Only behind the Padres' Adrian Morejon. I was told that that's how to pronounce his name.
Morejon?
Yeah. Morejon.
Hone.
Here's Churio at the pitch. Curveball hit to right, fairly deep. Frazier back, right on the warning track to make the catch hip high for the second out. And now the lefty batting Yelich is coming up against Caleb Ferguson.
Yeah, this is a weird day with the roof open, panels open, place where it normally flies. Some balls hit decent, nothing really crushed, but it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Outside, I don't know how much factor the wind has, but it is definitely blowing in.
Here's Yelich against Ferguson. Drives a fastball, a little low, ball 1. Triolo and Reynolds hit deep fly balls to center field in the first and second innings. that I thought at least were going to bang off the wall. And they were caught on the warning track. Long wait for Ferguson. 1-0. Strike right on the outer edge. 1 strike on Yelich, who's 1 out of 3 today, now with a 9-game hitting streak. Has as many hits as outs during that span. Here's the pitch. Swinging a tap foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cloud cover thickening a little bit. Opened the roof right before the game started.
Yeah, they're supposed to get rain today.
Pitch is swung out, hit up the middle. Cut off by Kiner Falefa. He'll get it on to first for the final out. So 1 hit and 1 left for Milwaukee, and we'll go on to the 8th here from American Family Field. 4-1 Brewers on the Pirates.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Bank National Association, member FDIC.
Well, the Pirates are bidding for their 2nd consecutive series win here in Milwaukee. They won their final one on their last visit last year, but today it's 4-1 Brewers as we start the 8th. Pirates coming to bat against hard-throwing right-hander Abner Uribe.
Uribe, 2-1, 193 earned run average. 27 hits, 37 in the third, 48 punch-outs.
Appeared last night, and Kiner Falefa delivers outside for ball 1. It is 2 at-bats today. Frazier 0 for 2, and then Reynolds 1 for 3. Durbin plays a step behind the bag at third. Here's a 1-0. Ball sliced to him, diving stop, he's got it. And the throw across just gets Kiner Falefa 1 out. That was a hot smash.
Indeed, talking earlier about luck in baseball. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. You hit a hard ball, think you got to double down the line. Somebody makes a great diving play on you. Bad luck.
Here's Frazier, who walked to start the game. Four to 1 Milwaukee. We're in the 8th. The pitch outside. 1 ball and nothing. Dennis Santana with the Pirates trailing by 3. He's getting up in the bullpen. Just in case maybe they come back to tie it. Here's the pitch. Outside. And 2 balls and no strikes. Pirates are off tomorrow. Here's the pitch, and it's down and in 3-0. Skenes started today. 4 runs in 4 innings. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for ball 4 and a walk. But on the other side of things, just 1 run scored by the Pirates. He would have had to have been near perfect today to leave with the lead.
Not a lot of opportunities. Had an early opportunity with the runner on third and 1 out. The young Jacob Misiorowski, was able to shut that down. Pretty impressive arm. Didn't get much done against him.
Reynolds takes ball 1 down low. And Misiorowski throwing it at 102 miles an hour. Delivering the ball closer to the plate than any other pitcher. Reynolds got a hit off him. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. The list of hitters that have gotten a hit off him are Matt Wallner, Brian Reynolds, and Tommy Pham through 3 starts in the major leagues.
That's something.
And each with 1.
16 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed.
Uribe on 1-1. Reynolds takes down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Pirates get another base runner on. They'll bring the tying run up. Horwitz would be next.
Free passes late are usually helpful. They're useful. Give you a chance.
2-1 on Brian Reynolds. A throw over, and Frazier's back. He stole a base in the first at Frazier.
And if you're up 4-1 in the 8th, you're concerned about a base runner. Maybe your focus isn't on what it needs to be on.
The tying run isn't even at the plate. Here's the 2-1 swing and a miss. Two and 2 on the slider. Reynolds will take his timeout. Pirates with 3 hits today, 2 by Pham, 1 by Reynolds. They scored their run because the left fielder Collins just missed a ball in his direction, just whiffed on it. Here's the 2-2. Check swinging the ball down and in. 3-2 on Brian Reynolds.
Good thing he's batting left-handed. The third base appeal has been more generous than the first base appeal.
With 1 out, Frazier started to take a generous lead, and so a throw over from Uribe, his second now.
They don't want to be making outs on the bases. Down 3 late.
Three-2. Swing and a miss. On an inside slider. 12th strikeout by Brewers pitching today. 2 outs in the 8th, and now it'll be Horwitz.
Got the chase. That slider was off the plate in.
Every Pirate has struck out today. Here's Horwitz. And it's inside ball 1. Here's the pitch and a check swing. Ball low, 2-0 on Horwitz. Drew a walk today, struck out the other 2 times. That walk extended his on-base streak to 14 games, the longest of his career. Pirates trail 4-1 here in the 8th. Man at first, 2 outs. Uribe delivers. Darts down and in, 3-0. Might walk another.
Yes, with Nick Gonzalez on deck. Keep it up.
Gonzalez struck a 3-run home run yesterday. Not off Uribe, but still you get the idea that probably wouldn't rather have anybody else up with tying run. Maybe he or Pham, the way that those 2 have been swinging it. There's a strike Inside fastball, 3-1.
Yeah, it's almost like Uribe's just trying to get chases. He's not challenging. Usually is not a good recipe.
3-1, swing and a miss.
And he gets a chase. Unbelievable.
That was a fastball very low.
Ankle high.
Need a base runner down 3.
Yeah, that's where you're in this situation as a hitter. 3-1 count. I mean, you're looking at for a pitch in a shoebox, a very small area, and you're not swinging unless it's in there.
Now it's 3-2 with 2 outs. Uribe delivers. Swinging a ball, blooped down the line and fair, trickling into the right field corner. Frazier, who was running on the pitch, is around third, and he'll score. Horwitz in with a double and a run batted in, and the tying run will come up. It's 4-2 here in the 8th.
Well, there you go. He gets a slider, and I don't think this was in the strike zone either. I think the slider was out of the strike zone. Horwitz out in front off the very end of the bat and just soft serves it right down the line. Things are very interesting. Very, very interesting.
That's RBI number 10 for Horwitz. 4-2 now. Nick Gonzalez 0 for 3 today. He's driven in 7 runs over his last 6 games. And has a chance maybe knock in a couple more right here.
Tie this thing up.
Plate umpire Will Little. So what's the big idea?
I mean, this is it's another one of my pet peeves.
You have pet peeves.
You come into a game and you're winning 4-1, and you're up there and just worried about your ERA. I mean, if you're up there walking guys and trying to miss bats and pitching the way Uribe is right now, because
throwing
you're
over
worried
to first.
about throwing. That's ERA stuff. That's not winning baseball. Then you walk a guy and then give up a double and maybe a 2-run homer.
Yeah, it's outside ball 1 to Gonzalez. They wouldn't bring in the lefty candidate for him, but he's ready in the pen for Cruz if it gets there. Gonzalez homered yesterday. And the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. Even a base hit right here with 2 outs. And Horwitz at second. Could score him. Make it a 1-run game here in the 8th. 4-2, Milwaukee's lead. Here's a spin and a look.
Keep getting distracted like he matters. It's so funny.
Yeah, Horwitz is not going to third base. So what if he gets a 20-foot lead? Here's a 1-1. Swinging a ball, rope but foul. Kind of guided that slider, but foul up the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, we've seen it many times. Nick Gonzalez with 2 strikes. He'll shorten up. He'll shoot the ball the other way.
Outfield playing deeply.
I almost feel like that's what he wants to do with 2 strikes. If he gets a fastball, it's going the other way, which helps him stay back on anything soft.
Which would be that slider from Uribe. Here's a 1-2, a swing and a foul. Dialed it up to 100. Gonzalez saw plenty of velocity earlier today with Misiorowski. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got Horwitz out there at second. And the 1-2. Check swing on that slider down and away. 2-2.
And you got the big man on deck. Great to see him get a chance. Although I doubt he'd face Uribe. They got a lefty up in the pen.
Gonzalez, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Horwitz out at second. Pirates down 4-2 in the 8th. 2 outs. The pitch. A little bit up. 3-2.
Oh, we got one. We got one there.
Was that in the zone?
Outside corner, top of the zone.
That'll be an ABS darling next year. 3-2 the count. The pitch. Swing, fly ball, left center. Churio and Collins are there. It's Churio, the center fielder. He'll grab it, and the inning ends. Pirates get a run. 4-2 Milwaukee as we go to the bottom of the 8th right here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Hard hit ball to
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
It's 10th. It's 4-2 Milwaukee. And the Pirates will go with right-hander Dennis Santana.
He has been very, very good, to say the least. 1.62 ERA, a 181 batting average against, just 21 hits in 33 of the third innings.
Facing Rhys Hoskins, and he'll accept a strike. Ferguson went 2/3. Burrows went 2 1/3 in relief. All scoreless. Pitch. Outside 1-1. All 4 runs scored in the second inning off Skenes. Went 4 today. Pirates get a single tally in the 7th and 8th. Make it a 4-2 affair. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul off to the right. Yeah, Santana in his last 71 games with the Pirates. It's a little more than a year. His ERA is 1.42. Second lowest in baseball in that span. Here's a 1-2 coming. Way up high, 2-2.
Who's number 1?
I think it was Blake Snell. It was. Blake Snell, 131. And remember, he's a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop. Left side and foul.
He seems to hit one of those every at bat. A high foul pop up to the pull side.
4-2 Milwaukee. Brewers batting in the bottom of the 8th. Santana on 2-2. Swinging a ground ball foul. Third base way.
Yeah, he's charging hard at the fastball and way out in front of the soft stuff.
Hoskins 0 for 3 tonight, or today. And it's Collins and Turang due up to follow. Two. Check swing, comebacker to the shortstop, Kiner Falefa, and he'll get it on the first for the out.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hoskins is hurt. Something with his left hand. After the foul ball, there was a grimace, flex in that hand, and that wasn't a full swing. That was an absolute check swing, like he was afraid to let it go. I'll be interested to see if he's okay. I mean, they got a day off tomorrow, but he looks hurt.
Here's Isaac Collins, a swing and a line drive to center right at Cruz. That's the second out. Hoskins did not start in game 1. And then was substituted for last night. Late in the game. Here's Terang, 1 out of 3. (4-2). Milwaukee leading. Brewers batting in the 8th. Pitch. Strike. Terang 1 out of 3 today. Pirates in the 9th have Cruz, Pham, and Triolo due up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. They have Hayes, Bart, McCutchen, and Canario on their bench, all right-handed batters. And would need 2 if Santana can put up a 0 here in the bottom of the 8th. He's got 2 outs and 2 strikes on Terang. Left it up, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the center and the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. McGill, their closer, has been up and he's ready. And 1-2 again. Swinging the ground ball, right side through, a base hit for Terang. 2-out single to right. Bring up Durbin. That's only the 5th hit by a left-handed batter that Santana has allowed all year.
Yeah, just when he gives up a hit, you're surprised.
Yeah.
It's like it's usually so effortless and quick, his outings.
Now remember, he's a right-handed pitcher. Lefties before that at bat were hitting under 100 against him. They still don't have an extra base hit all year against Santana, a right-handed pitcher. And now Davis will come out. And part of the reason why he's such a great neutralizer, comes in with men on, key point of a ball game, doesn't matter who's up. He's got something for everybody.
He sure does. 33 appearances. He's only faced 34 appearances. He's only faced 124 batters coming.
There's a strike. Caleb Durbin, 1 out of 3 today. Only the 6th hit for Milwaukee. 4 of them came in that second inning where they scored 4 times. Terang out at first with 2 outs in the pitch. There's the strike 2. Inside slider to Durbin. Two strikes. And the pitch. And it's outside 1-2.
Yeah, that's a pretty good take. Late breaking slider, just low.
(4-2) Brewers lead. Man at first, 2 outs. The pitch. Swinging a comebacker. And that's snared by Santana.
That's a tough play.
Yeah, it had a lot of English that looked like on it. And Santana gets the out, and the inning is through. We'll go to the 9th. O'Neal Cruz will lead it off for the Pirates. They trail 4-2.
Items only. Items only. Exclusions apply.
Last chance for the Pirates as we go to the ninth inning in Milwaukee. The winner will take the series. Brewers are leading 4-2. And Trevor McGill will come on to try to close it for the Brewers.
Yeah, McGill looking for his 18th save. He's been successful on 17 of 19 save opportunities. A 270 earned run average in his 30 appearances, 21 hits allowed. He's walked 14, a fair amount of walks, 14. He has struck out 32, but opponents only hit 216 against them.
Cruz, Pham, and Triolo coming up. We'll pause 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. So O'Neill Cruz, who reached on that whiff by the left fielder Collins his last time up. Maybe that'll give him some confidence. He is 5 for 49 in his last 12 games, 5 singles. Then it's Pham who has singles his last 2 times up. And then Triolo is due up third. Here's the pitch. And a high curveball for a strike. Cruz has only faced him once in his career. Here's an 0-1 and swing and a miss, 2 strikes down the way curveball. The one wild card off the Pirate bench would be Canario, who has singled and tripled in his 2 plate appearances against McGill.
I think if we'd get a base runner, we'd see McCutchen.
There you go. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCutchen, Canario, Bart, and Hayes on the Pirates bench, all right-handed against the righty McGill. 1-2 on Cruz. Set up away in the pitch. That way, bounding ball on towards second. Trying, flips it underhand to first, 1 out. Pirates need a base runner to bring the tying run up. And Pham has been on base each of the last 2 times with singles. Drove in a run with his hit in the 7th. What is that now? Last 3 games, he's 7 for 10.
Feeling good, feeling comfortable.
Here's the pitch. And check swing strike. Triolo is out on deck.
That pitch was up, out of the zone. Got to call his first fastball. All the curveballs to Cruz.
Pirates have not won a game trailing entering the 9th yet. One of 6 teams. Even if you do win once or twice, almost always the other team wins. But Pirates due for a comeback. Pitch swung on, fouled back. We're entering the second half of the season here today.
Game 82. The offense, I think, has to get better in the second half.
Swing and a miss. Pirates have 2 outs. 13 strikeouts by Brewers pitching today.
Pirates literally have 2 offensive players that are on pace to score more than 50 runs.
Other than 2020, I don't know if that's ever happened. Here's Triolo 0 for 3. Needs to get on to bring the tying run up. Pitch. Takes a strike. McCutchen is moved into the on-deck circle. He would bat for Davis if it can get to him. 4-2 Milwaukee with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Triolo has never faced McGill. Takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pirates with a run in the 7th, another in the 8th. Trailing 4-2. in the ninth. And the pitch. Looped to right. Frelick coming on. He's got it. Brewers take the series, winning the finale 4-2. Paul Skenes assessed the loss. Back after this on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. We'll check the scores throughout baseball after this on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Back on the postgame show from Milwaukee. Every loss and every moment in between. And for the Pirates today, a 4-2 defeat, and throughout the rest of baseball today, as you can tell, I was on the wrong page there. I was looking at Friday. Okay, now here we go. The White Sox a 7-3 lead over the Diamondbacks in the ninth inning. in Chicago. The Red Sox have a 2-0 lead at the Angels in the second. They're through 2 in San Diego, with the Padres leading the Nationals 1-0. And the rest of the action is later. It was 4-2 Brewers final here today. And baseball fans, meet Pays. It's a new online checkout offered by banks and credit unions that's built for how you shop. Learn more at Pays.com. P-A-Z-E, Pays.com. And we'll take you back through the game coming up next right here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
At AHN Sports Medicine, we know ballers. Baseballers, basketballers, footballers, pickleballers, even bocce ballers. We also know that no two ballers are alike, which is why at AHN Sports Medicine, we use the latest research, equipment, and technologies to build your personalized plan. No matter how hard you want to ball, we see you. Call 412-DOCTORS to get expert care from AHN, the official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates.
Whether you're catching the game at home or at your favorite bar in the Berg, when summer vibes are strong and baseball season is in full swing, reach for the beer that's always right. IC Light Mango is 95 calories of juicy, bold refreshment that puts the party in watch party and will have you wanting more than just a Buccos win. IC Light Mango. Around here, it's always go time. Available any time of the year. Brewed by Pittsburgh brewing makers of Iron City and IC Light.
And tonight, a 4-2 Milwaukee win here in the finale. So the Brewers take the series 2-1. And a much billed pitching matchup between Paul Skenes and Jacob Misiorowski of the Brewers. The Brewers score 4 runs off Skenes in the second inning. Cavalcade of bloops, and credit the Brewers for running on a 3-2 pitch. Collins was on the move, and then the shortstop kind of left it there to cover it, and Turang hit it right where he was. And that put 2 men on. And then as the inning continued, Skenes made some good pitches, but putting the ball in play. And that's what the Brewers did. They did not strike out in that inning. And by doing so, they were able to collect 4 runs off Skenes. He had never allowed that many runs in an inning. And only 2 other times in his career had he allowed that many in a game. So he lasted 4 innings today. Credit the Pirates' pen of Burrows, Ferguson, Santana. They put up zeros to keep the Pirates within reach. But Misiorowski has now allowed 3 hits total in his first 16 innings in the major leagues. 3 hits in 3 starts. He struck out 8. And then the Pirates would get on the board for the first time in the 7th inning after Collins, the left fielder, fanned on a ball his way and put Cruz on at second for Tommy Pham, who knocked him in. Pham had 2 hits today, 2 of the 4 Pirates hits. And the 4th Pirate hit came after a 1-out walk to Frazier with 2 men out. Spencer Horwitz came to bat in the 8th. Uribe delivers. Swinging a ball, blooped down the line and fair, trickling into the right field corner. Frazier, who was running on the pitch, is around third, and he'll score. Horwitz in with a double, and a run batted in, and the tying run will come up. It's 4-2 here in the 8th. And that would be it for the Pirates, as they were limited to just 4 hits today. 4-2 Brewers win, and they take the series. Food insecurity, that's something that nobody should experience, and that's why Edgar Snyder and Associates is donating $50 to the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank for every Pirates double play turned this season. They have turned 69 of those, and that's a pledge of $3,450. It's all courtesy of Edgar Snyder and Associates. 4-2 Brewers, the final here today, and we'll give you the final numbers right after this here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Back with you for a final wrap from Milwaukee. A 4-2 Brewers win today for Milwaukee. 4 runs on 6 hits in error and 6 left. The Brewers are 45-36. For the Pirates, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 5 left. The Pirates are 32-50. The winner is Jacob Misiorowski. He's 3-0 in his 3 major league starts. Paul Skenes falls to 4-7, and the save goes to Trevor McGill, his 18th. The time of the game, 2 hours, 24 minutes. 42,774, a sellout crowd on a Wednesday afternoon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Pirates will enjoy the open date tomorrow, and then on Friday night they return home. It's a 6-game homestand, and then the Pirates are gone for 2.5 weeks. So if you want to come on out, Friday starts that 6-game homestand. The New York Mets will be in town and will come on the air at 6:15 Friday night. It's the 6:40 first pitch from PNC Park. Thanks again to Mike Kravitz back at our Network Control Center, and to Ryan Elliott, our producer-engineer, with us here in the booth, and for my partner, John Wayner. My name is Joe Block, repeating the final score this afternoon. It was the Brewers 4 and the Pirates 2. So long and good afternoon from Milwaukee. This has been a presentation of the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
We wanted to introduce something new, and then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Now, representing the organization, Jim Leland and AJ Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.